Welcome everybody, this is fence training tutorial number 2. In this video what I want to do is show you the reality of how it's probably going to be, because obviously we've done the training on our bag and we've done the training where we're showing just basic movements, but the reality of the situation is going to be very, very different. So you're going to see me try and keep my fence on just for a few seconds and Chris being a little bit aggressive, okay? I just want to show you that. And the other reason that this training is actually quite good, even though we're acting, it actually triggers your adrenals. So it's actually quite good for you to put this in. If you can do this kind of training, obviously, you know, especially if you're quite a quiet person, you know, because you can trigger each other's adrenaline, even though we're acting. It's just good to get you used to it, because if you're not used to dealing with that kind of level of, you know, obviously if you're a police officer or something, you're probably quite desensitized to people being like that, or a prison officer. But, you know, if you work in an office all day, someone suddenly starts being aggressive, it really will dump adrenaline on you. So again, it is acting, but again, it's a bit of fun, but you will find that it will trigger your adrenaline, okay? And then we're going to do a little exercise as well for you to trigger your own back into him, okay, when we do a shove, which we're going to go through later. But this first drill is just allowing your partner to just push you around and be a bit aggressive, and you try and control the situation with your fence and see how long that you can actually keep that up for, okay? So this is just a little drill to do that. Have a little play around with it and we'll show you what you mean, okay? So all Chris is going to do here, I'm just going to have my fence up like he's come into my personal space, but he's just going to get a little bit aggressive, and I'm going to show you the reality of how it possibly could be, okay? All right, Chris. Yeah.
What's your fucking problem, son? What's your game, mate? You want to start with me? You want to come on? I'm fucking seeing you. Me and my mates are over there. We're going to give you a push.
Stay back. That's really what you're going to be faced with, okay? That kind of level of aggression. So you can play around with that and do that back to your attacker as well. If someone's being that aggressive, you're probably not going to talk them down, okay? So if you've got to that level, and you know Chris is doing that, I would probably encourage you to strike, okay, or shove. So drill number 1, after you've obviously got used to doing that, is I want you to have that same level of aggression and just have your partner push you about a bit, but then he's going to hold the pad and I want you to strike, okay? Because if you go on for that long, obviously you've had your fence on a bit too long, all right? So this is just another little drill you can do. Have the aggression, but then your partner just holds, and again, it's a bit like a reaction to strike, but make sure you haven't left it on too long and you're being pushed over. You've got to still be controlling this range, okay?
What's your fucking problem, son? What's your game? What's your fucking game, mate? What are you going to do? Me and my mates are over there, you're taking a piss at you.
Can't we just talk about this? You see, you have to drop that body weight. You noticed I was still in my fence, I was backing off, okay, but I just dropped the body weight at that right time, okay? Again, it's really tricky, guys, because every situation's different. I mean, again, we're acting, you know, it's hard if you're being pushed around, you know. I can't answer that. I'm just trying to make you train a little bit more real than perhaps some of the martial arts, you know. Get used to, you know, taking aggression, get used to being insulted, but I can't say to you when you should strike. If I was being pushed around like that and Chris is being that aggressive, you know, then I would probably strike. That's too much. If we're here and he's just being aggressive, you know, so I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, what you're looking at, son.
Nothing, mate. There's no problem here. I thought I recognised you, mate. I thought I recognised you. You see, you can play around with it and just act. And again, somebody might think it's strange, but you might be able to talk a situation down. I have to assess how, you know, violent he could be or how aggressive he is. You know, if he's pushing me around,
you're looking at my missus, son.
I'm probably not going to be able to talk him down. So I need to strike, okay? It's tricky for me to tell you when to strike, because obviously every situation's different, as I just said. So you have to make your own minds up. Obviously you'll know, and to be honest with you, you'll probably have that feeling in your stomach to know when to hit. Okay, so I would really encourage you to actually do that. If you just do that pushing around again, Chris, but without the pad, get used to that, you know? Get him having pushing your hands out of the way, you know? And you'll see that you really won't be able to keep this on for long, okay? It's simply just to buy you a few seconds that he's walked into my space. Stay back, stay where you are, okay? If I really can't talk him down, I need to strike, or there is another option, okay, which I'll go through now for you, okay? And you can drill this with a partner. Again, it might be worth drilling it without the aggression first. This is just a shove, okay? So if Chris is being a bit aggressive, obviously I'm still in my fence here, but I perhaps might be able to try him out on a different level rather than have to strike him, okay? I mentioned this on the practicing it without a partner, okay? It's a good idea if you do practice the shove that you can back it up. You know, someone like Chris probably could back it up, you know, because obviously of his martial arts background, but sometimes a bit of acting can go a long way here. So if you're a good actor or a good actress, you could dump his adrenaline back into him by you getting aggressive, because obviously you've just done your bit of taking loads, but you could play it at his own game and get aggressive with him, okay? But you need to create the room, and the only way you're going to do that is obviously by shoving him. So if he's, you know, got aggressive with me and he's pushing me about, rather than hit him, I'm just going to shove him with my two hands in a downward motion towards his chest, like I showed you on the other video, to create room, okay? That will shock him a bit, and then I'm going to straight away get really aggressive with him, okay? And kind of start posturing and ballooning him, looking him in the eyes and getting aggressive with him. Fucking stay back. You fucking stay back. Stay where you are. Come any closer, I'll fucking bury you. Okay, start getting aggressive with him. Look into his eyes. You know, you can even act mental. You know, start spitting and just go mental. I don't know, it's just acting and dumping adrenaline in him so he thinks he's picked on the wrong guy or girl, okay? It's up to you. I personally wouldn't say I'm going to kill you or anything like that, and I've gone through that on the site, because that could land you in big trouble if you do. So I would probably just try and scare him. Fucking stay where you are. You know, look really mental. Fucking get back. You come any closer, I'll fucking bury you. And just get really angry at him to dump adrenaline. Remember, he's still human. Okay, so he's still going to have these feelings that we're feeling. You know, if you're honest with yourselves, you're going to be scared in confrontations, okay? Unless he's very, very experienced, he probably will get that adrenaline dumped back into him, because he doesn't know who you are. So if you've dumped that back in him, you could, as Bruce Lee said, do the art of fighting without fighting. He might just back off and go and pick on someone else. If he doesn't buy it, you need to know what to do. That's the problem, okay? Because obviously all the videos I've done, I'm teaching you how to throw a preemptive strike from here, you know, with this short range power. Obviously now we've lost that, haven't we? So if we're here and he's not convinced that I'm a nutter, he might come in charging. If he does, I would suggest you just go straight in with a strike, okay? Don't piss about. If he hasn't bought it, all right, and he's going to come back in, make sure that you just drop body weight on him as soon as he comes in. Or, if you can, run away. If I've created that room, and say, I don't know, every situation's different, maybe he's fallen over. Why would I want to stand there and threaten him? If he's fallen over, I'm not going to go and kick him in. As again, this is self-defense. If he's fallen over, right, I'm not going to go and start kicking him, because A, it's not self-defense. B, he might pull me to the floor and bite me or glass me. And C, I could just run away. You know, don't let your ego get you, you know, dragged into situations. If I've pushed him over and I've got a good, clear opening to escape, and I'm obviously not leaving anyone behind, run away. Honestly, just run away. If you can't, get as aggressive as you can with him. But you've got, you know, if you can't do this with a partner, do it in front of a mirror. Get in front of a mirror and see if you look scary. Get in front of that mirror and fucking look venomous, get really angry, and fucking stay where you are. Get fucking back. You know, get really with it and see if you scare yourself. Because if you do, you might be able to scare an opponent. And, you know, that's the thing. But you've got to practice the shove as well. Again, there's no point being here because I ain't going to do shit. I've got to be from my fence. He's pushed me. Fucking get back. Fucking stay where you are. You know, again, it's got to be reaction. Fucking get back. You know, you've got to think for yourselves here. I can't answer that. You know, I don't know whether he's going to buy it. You have to make that choice. But if someone's being that aggressive, you've got to do something. As I said to you on another video, if he touches this fence twice, you know, you either hit him or you shove him back and get verbal. That's my advice, honestly. Don't keep this on like I did at the beginning and have someone be that aggressive. Well, stay back, mate. I don't want any trouble. You know, this is just controlling it on that level of what we call pre-fight, where we're trying to sort of suss each other out. If he's being that aggressive, pushing my hands out the way, you know, or pushing me, or I see his leg go back, you know, hit him or push him. Don't have this on too long, guys. Trust me. You've really got to think for yourselves here. This is just buying you, hopefully talking it down. Talk with your hands. Come on, mate, let's be reasonable about this, you know. Can't we just talk about this, you know? That's fine. If he's staying there, you know, stay there. If he keeps coming forward, he's gonna hurt you. If he steps back, he's gonna hit you. If he's pushing you about and, you know, don't hesitate. Honestly, guys, do not hesitate. If someone's being that aggressive, you're gonna get it. So you've got to drop body weight on them, or you've got to make a choice. I'm only here to advise you. Honestly, I'm only here to advise you. You must make your own choice. But in my experience, and Chris's, if someone's being that aggressive and they're closing the gap, trying to get in your face or pushing you, slapping you, you're in trouble. Do something. Shove or hit, okay? And that's what these videos are going to help you to do. But these fence training videos are just getting you used to dealing with that, because the martial arts don't really train for this, do they? They're all about the fight, okay? We're trying to end this before it starts. We don't want to be in a fight unless we can help it, okay? So that's what this is about, controlling the pre-fight and learning to drop body weight on someone. You know, the sniper option, the 3-second fighter, take him out of the fight before he knows he's in it, or shove him back and run away, or shove him back and try and psych him out if you can. It is better if you can back it up with the shove, you know. If you are a bit handy, you know, if you've boxed or done a bit of MMA and you are a bit handy, then I'd probably recommend the shove over the strike if you think you can do it. But as I said on other videos, I really wouldn't try and fight him on a technical level in the street. I just wouldn't do that. I just want to be ferocious. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to help you guys to do, all right? So it is a big choice, I know that, but, you know, Chris, I'm sure you agree with me, aren't you? If it's got to that level, you know, you're in trouble. No, you know, don't think that this is going to save you from that. This is just, I'm just repeating myself a lot here so that you understand. This is just the confrontation, okay? What you're staring at, nothing, mate. I don't want any trouble, you know? If it ups and he's pushing me or pushing my hands out the way, you've got to do something, guys. Honestly, don't hesitate, okay? Just really important that I get that through to you, okay? So I hope this video helps. And as I say, practice this as much as you can. Find a partner, you know, get used to throwing that verbal fence as well if you want to, but also get used to taking a bit of shit from your partner as well. You can up it, you know, we've kept it quite tame today. We used to take it much worse than that. So, you know, have fun with it as well and just enjoy your training. But it's up to you how far you want to take it, okay? But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys, and thanks, Chris.
Thank you.